what should I call this? Simple single headband. February, right? Okay. Hi, everybody. Rose here. Hello, hello, hello. So today we are going to be working on a springish head warmer. It could also be like a headband. I've been wearing a lot of my head warmers as headbands. So you could do the same. So what we're going to need, let's get right into it. We need some snippers, a tapestry needle. Okay. You can always have a stitch marker on hand. I'm going to do the 5.0 millimeter H hook. And this is some leftover. This is some Red Heart Soft in the color Wine. Vino. So go get your supplies and we're going to dive right into it. Meet you back. Okie dokie. What we're going to do is we're going to start with a slip knot and we're going to chain 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now, I get this a lot. This first loop is actually the first chain from the hook. This second chain is the chain that I always speak about, that a lot of crocheters speak about. It's the second chain from the hook. This first chain does not count. Okay, so we're going to go in the second chain from the hook and do a single crochet, chain 1. We're going to skip the next stitch, find the next stitch, and do a single crochet, chain 1. I'm going to skip the next chain, go to the next, and repeat that. Single crochet, chain 1. And that's what we're going to do all the way down. Okay, skip the next, find the next, and do a single crochet, chain 1. Skip, go to the next, single crochet, chain 1. Skip, and then in the last stitch we will be doing a single crochet, chain 1. And you're going to have 7 single crochets and 7 chain 1s. And if you are having a hard time counting, you can always look at the top and you can count 14 stitches, 14 of those V's. Okay, now we're going to turn. Now, just be mindful, this is that chain 1, and this is our last single crochet. Okay, just want to bring your attention to it. And here is our first chain 1 space from the row before. We're going to go directly in there, and we're going to go single crochet, chain 1. We're going to find the next one. a very technical move, but we're just going to do this. And we're going to go straight in there and repeat that. Single crochet, chain 1. Okay. Work our way over, go to the next chain 1 space, and we're going to work in there. That's what we're working in. Single crochet, chain 1. Go to the next one, single crochet, chain 1. Next one, single crochet, chain 1. Go to the next one, single crochet, chain 1. Now, this is the only tricky part, because right now we had 6 spaces. Okay, but we need 7 single crochets, chain 1. But this first one that I brought your attention to, well, we couldn't work into it because it was at the end. So we have to make one at the end. So all we're going to do is, yeah, look at that. We're just going to pick up a loop. Sometimes you're going to pick up 2 loops, and we're just going to make a single crochet, chain 1. That way it'll stay even with 7 single crochets and 7 chain 1s and a stitch count of 14 stitches. That's what we want. Okay, then we're going to turn it. So again, we're starting with the same, the chain 1 and the single crochet. So we're going to find our last single crochet with that chain 1 space. Okay, here's that chain 1. So if you have to be mindful, because I almost skipped it altogether, but here's that chain 1 and the single crochet. And that's another option. You can just count over 2 stitches. And here we go. Single crochet, chain 1. Now I'm just going to make sure that I do the 6 single crochet, chain 1s in the chain 1 spaces from the row before. On the end here, I'm just going to, on the side, I'm going to pick up a loop. Sometimes I pick up 2. And I'm going to make sure that I do a single crochet, chain 1. So every end of the row, you're going to do a single crochet, chain 1. And then you're going to turn. Okay, so that you have 7 single crochets and 7 chain 1s. And you're going to repeat that. You don't want to increase any of them. You want to make sure you have 14 stitches on every row. And you're going to do this like this one that I started. This one measures about 19 inches. But it's very soft and stretchy yarn. I love this yarn. And this will comfortably fit like a 21-inch head, so a normal woman size head. So when I get closer to this, I'll pop back on. But I'm just going to continue to do this. Single crochet, chain 1 in the chain spaces. And make sure that I add a single crochet, chain 1 on the side, and I will meet you back. I may check in a little bit later just to see how you guys are doing, and I'll meet you back here in a little while. Okay, I'm just popping back on. This is where I am. It's looking really good. Stitch looks really good. I just measured it. I'm about 13 inches, 13 and a half. So I'm going to keep on going. And when I get long enough, I will meet you back here. Alrighty, I'm back. This is where I'm at. And when I put it down, I put it down, it comes to right about 19 inches. So, and I went ahead and counted off camera, and it came to about 70 rows for me. Okay. So what you're going to want to do next is go ahead and cut about 12 inches. 12 inches is more than enough. And what we're going to do, how about I finish the stitch, chain 1, and finish that off. Now we're ready to go. I was just seeing if you're paying attention, or maybe if I'm paying attention. Okay, so what we're going to do here, okay, we're going to do this a little bit different. You can sew this and just have a flat band. That's really my favorite. But what we're going to do here is we're going to make like a modified turban. And this is the way we're going to do it. Okay, we're going to pick up. You can go under both stitches. It's fine. Just go right under that first where you knotted off and go straight over. Go straight over. Now you're on that back side. We're not doing a whip stitch. Now you're on the back side. Stay on the back side. Now come back straight over to the front side. Come back to you. Pull it to you. Don't pull it super tight right now. You don't need to worry about any of that. Just keep your line together. Pay attention to where you're at. Okay. Don't worry about that right now. Just go to your next stitch. Pull up both those loops. Same side. Go to the back. Same side. Come back to the front, okay? And we're going to do that all the way down. Same side. To the back. From the back to the front. I'm going to keep an eye on this. Make sure it stays. Let's just do this all the way down. Doesn't have to be in every stitch, it's fine. Okay. And just go down there. Now, here we go. Okay, that's what it looks like, right? Inside looks beautiful. Doesn't even look like anything's going on there. A lot of times, if you were doing just the band, you could just go back. Okay, just for those that want to do the band, just come back over and do the whip stitch, come back over, and then you can knot off and then weave in and then flip it inside out, and then you have a perfectly good band. But since we're doing a modified turban, what we're going to do is you didn't knot off, and all we're going to do is we're going to start pulling it. Pull your string, and it's going to start cinching it up. I my finger's in the way, I know, but I have to like hold it. Okay. And it cinches it up. So it has this modified looking turban. And I freaking love that. I freaking love that. Now, just so that it doesn't come loose, I am going to come back over. I'm going to go ahead and pinch that top. I'm going to come back over with a whip stitch and make a knot. So now it stays put. Okay. And this is where you're going to decide which side do you want. And I am going to go with the inside because it just looks a little bit better. So flip it right back out. And this is where I'm going to weave it down. And I'm just going to weave it on down. Weave it on down. Weave it on down. Weave it on down. And you should be good. Okay, flip it. Let me get it up here so you can see it a little bit better. So yeah, isn't that cool? Just gives you that tad bit of interest there. And what I do, because this isn't really me, this is more me. But sometimes what I'll do is when I'm wearing it as a headband, I'll use this as the front. And since sometimes it'll bunch, I'll put this in the back and it lays great. But sometimes I'll put this in the front too. Or I'll put it at an angle so it looks like I have a part. Whatever, you know, I'm a weirdo. And what you can do if you don't like that, before you cinch it, you could do a row of single crochet around. But they look good just like this, you know. It's just, it's breezy enough, but it's also dense enough too. It's not a heavy winter one, but it's great going in to where it'll keep you warm, but it's not going to suffocate you too. Okay. I love it. I really love it. You could sew a button there or whatever you want to embellish it. I just love headbands and head warmers. I wear them all the time. All the time. And I hope you do too, because they're just great. And they don't really take a lot of time, you know. I get people asking me for them all the time. I'm making some right now for people, honestly. Okay, so here we go. The simple single headband. Good for everyday use. I hope you enjoy it. And I'm going to get started on the next headband. It's a goodie. It's an oldie. And it's also in the same line as this. As a headband, you can wear every day, all the time. And I'm going to get started on that right now. I'm really excited. I found it in a stash that I've forgotten all about. And I'm going to write it up. And I'm going to get started on that. And I will see you guys real soon. I hope you have an amazing week. I hope there's sunshine where you are, because it's now cloudy again over here in Oklahoma. And I will catch you guys soon. Take care.